Romero,
Present.
Counselor Barbara Casey,
Here.
Counselor Vincent Howell,
Here.
Counselor David A. Ulibarri Jr.
Here.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We do have a quorum.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilor, are we ready? Vote the moment of silence, please.
A moment of silence for all of us here today, and for our future, for our families, and for all the good work that the city has done. Keep all of us in prayer.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda.
What is the
Madam
pleasure
Mayor?
of the board? Councilor Daisy.
Madam Mayor, I move approval of the agenda as presented.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Counselor Romero,
Yes.
Counselor Ulibarri Jr.,
Yes.
Counselor Casey,
Yes.
Counselor Howell.
Yes.
I have a motion by Counselor Casey and a second by Counselor Howell. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Motion carried.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. The next item on the agenda is public input, and we have Courtney Sammons regarding the fiestas. Good evening.
Good evening, Mayor and councilors. I just wanted to come, I needed to come because I wanted to thank the mayor, the city manager, and all the city employees for putting on one of the best fiestas I've attended here. And these are wonderful cultural events, and I appreciate everybody's hard work. And I've organized events myself, and I know that the way they become successful is because of the goodwill and cooperation. I'm going to underline that, cooperation of everybody that is involved and that care about this city. And I spoke to several people at the fiestas who came up and said, this is one of the best fiestas in the state because people here are so open and friendly and caring. I don't see that happening now, but I hope we can get back to that place again. It's a celebration of life and the good hearts of the community. So I want again to thank everyone for all their hard work, and especially our mayor who did a good job in finding the people that are willing to serve for their city. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That concludes, Madam Mayor, members of the council, that concludes our public input for this evening. The next item on the agenda is the discussion items. Item number 1 is resolution number 19-37. We have Ms. Danelle Sena, City Clerk, Deputy City Clerk, presenting.
Thank you.
Madam Mayor, members of the council, the 2020 election is approaching, and there's a resolution that needs to be adopted by the governing body between June 1st and July 30th, and it's just establishing the polling places, the same ones as the last election, which are Robertson High School Gym and West Las Vegas High School Gym, and then the early voting, which is here at City Hall. So I'm just asking for the approval of Resolution 1937, establishing the location of Election Day polling places for the municipal officer election conducted in 2020.
Okay, thank you. Questions, comments? Councilor
My
Casey.
computer is not functioning, and I don't get a paper packet. I get everything on a thumb drive, so I can't see the item.
I'll share with Councilor Romero.
Jacqueline, do you mind? I'll share.
Okay, I'll share with Councilor Romero. The item has been removed completely from my computer.
The whole packet.
Okay, let's continue. Questions, comments?
Go ahead.
Councilor Howell.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Ms. Sena, I liked all of the agendas that you've posted here. I think it's really good that we know the dates and the timeline, especially starting January 7th. That's when all the candidates have to do the
file.
post. Yeah. And I also like, are we going to post this where the voting polls are?
The resolution?
You know, the West Las Vegas gym and also the Robertson gym?
Yes.
Are they going to be posted just in the optic or website?
I believe the resolution, we could probably publish it in the optics once it gets approved.
Maybe we can consider putting a post on in the wash houses and in places where a lot of people go. Sometimes they don't know, and they also don't know their precincts also.
Yes.
So maybe a map of the precincts would be good to do a posting.
Sure.
Thank you. It's very good.
Any other questions?
I have one question.
Councilor Miller.
I know this timeline is for the March 2020 election, but had we opted, as a council, had the opportunity to opt into the November election, so it would have been sooner, this resolution would have needed to be passed, or?
Yes, they would have had to have been sooner.
Thank you.
Any other questions? What's the pleasure of the board?
Consent?
Consent? Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. The next item on the agenda is the E911 grant funds, and we have Chief Dibb.
Thank you, Madam Manager. Good evening, Madam Mayor and members of the council. The police department is requesting approval for funding for the dispatch for both the Las Vegas Police Department and the state police.
Questions, comments?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Chief,
Sir?
is the E911 the same as the regular 911?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
E stands for emergency.
Just, that's all it does? Okay. I thought it was something separate.
What is the pleasure of the board?
Consent?
Consent.
Consent?
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. The next item on the agenda, number 3, Region 4 grant funds, from Chief Dibb.
Thank you, Madam Manager.
Again, Chief.
Madam Mayor, members of the council, the Region 4 Narcotics Task Force is seeking funds for the police department in Las Vegas, as well as the Morris Sheriff's Department and the San Miguel Sheriff's Department to conduct narcotic investigations in both counties.
Questions, comments? What's the pleasure of the board?
Consent?
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. The next item is addendum number 1, authorizing a 1-year extension on the EMS ambulance services. I'm going to go in the church. Chief.
Good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening, Madam Mayor, members of the council. So like the Madam Manager said, this is an addendum number 1 for the contract that we approved for emergency services back in February of 2018. The term of the contract is for 4 years, renewable yearly. All terms are staying the same, same company, same everything. It's just basically a formality that we need to go through on an annual basis.
Questions, comments? What is the pleasure of the board?
Consent?
Consent?
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you very much.
The next item on the agenda is the Peterson Dam replacement project. We have Ms. Maria Rivera.
Good evening, Mayor, Councilors, Madam Manager. I'm here today to request approval of task order for the Peterson Dam replacement project. As you know, we've completed the Bradner project. We actually got approval, I believe, this week from the state engineer to start filling. So we're now coordinating staff for the fill process. But now that we have Bradner completed, we're going to be able to start moving forward on Peterson. So I'm requesting approval for the engineering portion. It's the task order for planning, design, permitting, and construction support services for AECom, who we already do have under contract for reservoir and dam services. So we're requesting to move forward on this portion, which will allow us to get a better understanding of the cost, the decisions we'll have to make on what type of dam we're going to install, and then to be able to request funding from the state legislature.
Questions, comments? Council Casey.
Thank you. How much will the task order, the work that the engineers will do on the task order cost?
The total cost is 2.4 million. 2.4 million, and the estimated cost currently for replacing Peterson Dam is going to be about $9.5 to $10 million. These costs are total cost, start to completion on the engineering side.
And the 2.4 million we have available through enterprise funds or?
Through enterprise funds, yes. We have it planned to be phased over several years. So currently, in the budget, we have, I believe, $500,000. So we have $500,000 for this year to be able to move forward on this. When we get this project to a point, I'll be able to actually request funding from the state legislature, and they may be able to cover the balance. That would be one of my requests, is that they assist with the balance of the planning and design funds. But for this year, we already have budgeted the amount of funds we need for this portion.
So is this already on the ICIP plan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And where is it on the rankings?
I believe it was 1.
Thank you. I have no other questions.
Questions, comments? What is the pleasure of the board?
Consent?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Madam Mayor, members of the council, that concludes discussion items. I don't have anything for executive session.
Make the motion to adjourn.
Do we have
Second.
a roll call?
Counselor Romero?
Yes.
Counselor Howell?
Yes.
Counselor Casey?
Yes.
Counselor Yulbury Jr.?
Yes.
A motion by Counselor Yulbury Jr. and a second by Counselor Casey. Thank you, Mayor. Motion carried.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.